Hello, welcome to Express Updates. My name is Georgia Avilite Thompson. Occupy BOG protest happening today, the 3rd of October. Stay tuned for more details. Numerous demonstrators gathered this morning at Obra Spot in Accra for the Occupy BOG protest, a protest organized by the minority in parliament, the NDC, the Arise Ghana, and other groups, to call for the resignation of the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Anderson, and his appointees. The demonstrators are accusing the central bank governor of mismanagement and driving Ghana's economy into insolvency. They have further charged him with having approved careless spending, including 250 million building of the new Bank of Ghana headquarters. According to Sam George and the minority member in parliament, demonstration will end at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. But leaders of the Occupy Ghana protest will proceed to the central bank to present their petition. Zenato Rollins, Okujeto Ablakwa, Fifi Fiavi Kwete, Sami Jemfi, and other politicians speaks to Clock TV on the demonstration.
Please, we would like to know why Occupy BOG demonstration. We are live on Clock TV.
If you are in Ghana and you don't know today why we are here, then you must be living in a parallel universe. With everything that has happened, including the violation of the law that says that the Bank of Ghana cannot go beyond financing a deficit of 5% each year. That has been repeatedly violated for the last 4 years or more. For Bank of Ghana to declare that they are broke does not make sense. So if we're here today with all the hardships that Ghanaians are facing, without the checks and balances we know exist, being allowed to come to play with regards to how our finances are managed in the central bank, we have every reason to be here. And the Bank of Ghana governor must do the dignified thing and resign from his post, because the role that he was mandated to play by the constitution, he has not done. And he has let the people of Ghana down.
Thank you very much. Please, we would like to ask you, what would you like to see at the end of this demonstration? What change do you expect the government to make? What do you want Addison to do at the end of this demonstration?
We are sending a signal that we will not, as a people, sit down for a government to use the institutions of this particular government to undermine the rights of the citizens of this country. All the institutions in place are meant to provide checks and balances for how our revenue is collected and expenditure is actually dealt with. And if we have all the laws in place and we have all the institutions in place and we have the necessary protections for the various people in place to do their jobs, and all of these are not being done, as a minority that speaks on behalf of at least half of the population of Ghana, we cannot sit down and allow ourselves to be bamboozled using the arms of the governments of the executive and legislature to destroy this country. We deserve to actually stand here and be counted.
A governor who prints as much as 77 billion cedis in 2021 and 2022 without parliamentary approval, in flagrant violation of his law, the Bank of Ghana Act 918, specifically Section 30. The Bank of Ghana cannot be so mismanaged. The lender of last resort, the central bank that should be the bastion, that should be the nerve center of our economy. We cannot have such miscreants, such buccaneers, such bandits, because the 77 billion printed under the cloak of darkness, where is that money? What did they use the money for? How can you print 77 billion cedis and still make losses of 60.8 billion, negative equity of 55 billion? As we speak, you have a central bank that has depleted its reserves. We really don't have any reserves we can count on. And in the midst of all of this recklessness, as if that is not enough, they have decided to construct an office. They say that where they are operating from is not luxurious enough, it's not comfortable enough. They themselves, their budget, which was approved by the PPA, the initial cost of the project was $88 million. In less than 8 months, it shot up to $121 million. As we speak, if you add the cost of the land, this project is now around $300 million. I mean, no end in sight. Just like they did with the National Cathedral scandal. So this is a misgovernor who is not fit to hold that office. Any continuous stay in that office will spell doom for our country. He has wreaked enough havoc. He has destroyed this economy enough. He has destroyed livelihoods, and he cannot continue to remain in that office. And that is why we are saying that he must resign immediately. We are demanding his immediate resignation. We are demanding his immediate prosecution. The Office of Special Prosecutor has been petitioned. And we are also saying that he must desist. I mean, when he is left, the central bank must desist from following that example, from printing money without parliamentary approval. And then finally, we are demanding a cessation. They must stop that Bank of Ghana project. They must abandon that project immediately. I mean, you saw the new Bank of Ghana office, and you see how fast they are building.
It's about time. We are all struggling. Everything in this country is so hard. You work so hard just to get a few cedis. It's terrible. It's about time we make our voices heard. You know, if they say the youth are in charge of our own future, they should allow us to maintain our own affairs.
Addison, why should he resign?
In order for Ghana to be able to prosper, for someone who is sitting and managing our currency and our financial sector is able to record negative, but you can close down banks. You can close down indigenous banks who are helping the average Ghanaians. But you, the regulator, who are closing down the banks, is able to work and come up with negative. Please, it's not acceptable.
Good afternoon, Ambassador. Please, you are live on Clock TV.
We have taken things for granted for a long time, and now our economy has been grounded to zero. The Bank of Ghana was making net surplus of 1 million a year, 1 billion a year. Now, if they bring their bank statement and in 1 year they have run down 60 billion, it means that they are going to use 60 years to recover. 60 years is for the youth to come and pay. You understand? So it was our duty as those of us who understand what is happening to hit the street and let the Ghanaians know that things are not going well. And that's why we are in the street against the Bank of Ghana. You know, you see what I've written? Yes. Professional incompetence is a crime. Because if you are a doctor, right, and you operate somebody negligently, you are charged with negligence. But if you are not a doctor and you say you are a doctor, that is a crime. You know, so if we have employed people to the Bank of Ghana believing that they are professionals, but have run the Bank of Ghana so low, then they are criminals.
That's all we have for you on Express Update today. My name is Georgia Gulaite Thompson. Enjoy the rest of the programs.